Nice weather today, which is very fortunate. There's a forecast for like a 10-day rain weather pattern coming through, and I thought it was going to be starting over the weekend. We got 2 days of pretty full-on rain. Yesterday wasn't too bad at school. It was a little bit iffy in the morning. Today, not going into work. So a few weeks back, and not long after my wife's car got serviced, we were driving and her car doesn't get driven that much. And it started making a weird noise in the engine, and every light just started flashing and started saying that every system was faulty in the vehicle. Since then, we've gone everywhere in this. The other day, the car started playing up really erratically. It started revving really high, all the lights flashing again. It's a Jeep. The closest dealership where we would always take it for servicing, she rang and they no longer service Jeeps. There's like one right down at Parramatta. They couldn't get her car in until the end of January. It's the start of November. It started ringing around. Jeep roadside assistants were going to tow the Jeep to the place, and they could have taken it to Parramatta. And the next closest was all the way down at Narellan, 4 or 5 kilometres out of the radius, or out of the distance, and they wouldn't take it. She could get in there in 3 weeks. Suggested bringing it in so that they could run a diagnostic of it to see if there is anything major that needs to be done, which really it shouldn't be, considering it was just serviced. It's barely driven anywhere since that service, so we're feeling pretty dirty about that. We thought about it, and I said, well, look, let's just get a car trailer and I'll tow the car down. I stopped at one of our local garages that hires car trailers. Weight limit for a regular car trailer is 1,200 kilos, and the Jeep weighs close to 1,500. Kennards had the bigger ones that'll take 2.4 tonne, but theirs was booked out for today. And there's a U-Haul in the mountains, but they only had the small car trailer. But down in Penrith, they had the bigger one. So I've booked it. I'm driving down to Penrith to get the big car trailer, which is meant for basically carrying SUVs and small four-wheel drives and big four-wheel drives, I guess. The truck is rated to tow 3 tonne and get the car trailer, take the vehicle down to have it checked. It means our day is stretched out a little bit more than we were hoping, because the garage where I was going to get the other car trailer was fairly local. I could have picked it up, gone straight back to the house, loaded up the car, gone down there nice and early, be done within a day. It's a little over an hour's drive to the dealership, between half hour, 45 minutes just to go down to Penrith to get this trailer. Once I pick it up, 45 or maybe a little bit more towing the trailer and getting it loaded up, over an hour down to the thing, letting them do their thing, over an hour driving back. No chance I wanted to take any chances, and because of the distance I've got to go, the 9 hour would mean I'd have to get it back there before 5, or just do a 24 and just drop it off on the way to work tomorrow. The difference in price between 9 and 24 was not that much. And it only dawned on me last night that I've got a mate who owns a tilt tray. I sent him an email and said, how much would it cost to use the tilt tray to take a vehicle down to Narellan? Haven't heard back. If the price is not that much difference to hiring the trailer, might see if I can book him for when the car's actually got to go in 3 weeks' time. Got the trailer. It's just after 8 now. Nice big stainless steel job. The only thing I'm going to have to get used to is the extra width. I can see the outside of the trailer in the mirrors. Can definitely feel the weight of this trailer compared to a regular trailer. I believe this trailer, because it's rated to carry so much weight, around 900 kilos itself. The heaviest thing I've towed before was the times that I've hired the 1.6 tonne excavator. So you have a 1.6 tonne on top of a trailer that'll carry 1.6 tonne. That one looks clogged. That's better. Now that one up over there looks sad. Loaded up and ready to roll. Let's see how she goes. Busy week with the Year 10 final bits of the end determination process. A couple of kids have made appeals and they've been upheld, which is good. I've been very pleased about that, obviously. Quite a few interviews today, but not all for end determinations. Got the okay from the department to advertise my unfilled vacancy TAS position again. Well, I took every code out except for tech mandatory. Nobody matched. So I'm allowed to go to add the exact same code. We'll see what happens. I've got to put that ad together. November is travelling along, clean here. Tried to shape this. It doesn't look quite as pointy in the video as it does in the mirror. I'm beginning to look a little bit like Colonel Sanders. So slowly removing it. It'll be gone by the end of the month. Having a little bit of fun with it. The fundraising is for a good cause, similar to with the Polished Man. You don't want to be begging people for money, even though you know it is for a good cause. Gotta try. Okay, so we got nice weather today. It's very, very hot, but I decided I had to get this backyard done. But the mower found an inconspicuous bamboo stump somewhere in there, and then it did this. So it's like it's bent the blade. Steel, so. Spanner. Oh. That wasn't good because that was loose. See if I can bend this, straighten it out a bit. Possible. That's the good end, and that's the bad end. It'll get my yard finished.